Okay, I picked out the woods I want to cut out, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways that I've been trying to think of how you guys could cut your boards out. Now this is kind of, if you have a Dremel, see this Dremel? This is just a regular hand Dremel you can buy. I think they're like $50. And then there's just a spindle sander on this one. Now I got to use my other Dremel because of the bit I got in here. But this bit you can buy for this Dremel too. And then if you look at it, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some mean teeth on there. Okay, see how mean those are? But this the neck on this is like a 1/4 inch, and I can't fit a 1/4 inch here. But they do sell these smaller. They do sell these for these Dremels, okay? But this is a Dremel too. It's just an industrial Dremel. Okay, so anyhow, let me show you what I do with this. I was trying to come up with all kinds of ways how you guys could make fingerboards, okay? Because I'm gonna go through a sander and the bandsaw and stuff. But first, I'm gonna try the Dremel, okay? So I picked the board. I picked a couple long ones and a couple short ones, and let's go ahead and try it. So you got your lines. Make sure you got your lines on there, and then you take this Dremel. And if you have a vise, it's a good thing to put it in a vise. It's not good to use 2 hands, but I'm going to use 2 hands. Okay. So let's see. Now watch what happens. So and take your time, because you don't want this thing running away from you. But see how fast? I don't know if you can see that, but see how fast it goes through there? But if this is in a vise, you guys will have an easier time. Just get close to that line. Just get close to it. Don't go crazy, because I'll show you why. This is just to take most of the wood off. Okay? And be careful, because it will jump. See how it's jumping? So yeah, you just do this. And it's not that this one isn't bad as most Dremel cutters. Because some Dremel cutters you go and it'll run like that. So you gotta be safe with these, okay? These are very tricky. So I would say get a vise, and then get one of these guys. But I'm gonna go a little faster, okay? Another good thing is get a face mask. Stuff stinks. And if you're like me, I'm allergic to pretty much everything. But I don't have a face mask, so I don't know what that's saying. Okay. So I cut it out pretty close to what I wanted, right? Alright. So you could take, so now you get a little Dremel, a little sander. Now this you got to be a little more careful, okay? So you don't go over that line, because that line is what you want. You want to keep that line. So let me unplug that other one and plug this guy in there. Okay. So see how that was pretty fast, actually. That's a lot faster. That's the first time I did it, actually. But well, second time. But I didn't actually. I just cut into the wood to see how fast that thing had cut, and it's pretty good. So anyway, you take this guy, and then you just start rubbing down, and then get going. Okay. You know the only thing I didn't do? I know what I didn't do. I didn't take a template. Now these are one of my drawing templates. You see that? It's too bright. I don't know. This is a drawing template. Okay? And what you do is what I do is I line it up with the lines that you have on there. And it depends how big you want the tail. Remember what I said, the little guys you can only go so big, and the bigger guys you can go bigger, but I usually go up till I can go. On the little guys I'll go all the way to wherever I can go, and then and just draw your line there. Okay, draw your line. Okay, just like that. Okay, now the Dremel sanding, they cut it down to the size. Cut it down, I mean, just to get the extra wood off. Takes a little doing, but it wasn't that bad. It was pretty fast. Now trying to fine tune it on that line will take some time. I mean, there you go, but it'll still take some time. And then what you're going to need is some sanding blocks. And these are my sanding blocks I'm going to sell. And then the sanding blocks, you know, you take that size that you got real close, okay, real close, and you take the sanding blocks. And that's what you do with the sanding blocks. Now you can also probably do this with a palm sander too. A palm sander would probably be alright, if you have one. If you don't have one, then these are nice, because what happens is it'll do the it'll sand it nice. See how nice that is? Can you see it? Anyways, it gets like that. So, and then that's a rough edge, and then you just take the nicer sandpaper. This is 220. I used 100, but I'd recommend 100 or 80. But then you take the nicer sandpaper and sand it down. And then once you get on that line's perfect. And then it's all straight. So that side is all straight. See how it's nice and straight, and it's nice. So now what you would do is, well, before I do that, let's just let's finish up the other side real quick. Okay. So let's do the other side, and I'll fast forward. Okay, so get the 100. Shake that stuff down. 100, sandpaper cuts through this wood real fast. I mean, you might be able to just do it with a sanding block. I guess we could try it. I just wanted to show you how to use a Dremel. Okay, so you saw that the Dremel goes through it pretty fast. That's just one way you can do it. Okay, if you don't have a lot of tools, the Dremel can do a lot of things. Okay. The Dremel is a cool tool. I love the Dremel. So anyhow, there you go. They cut the sides out pretty nice. Everything is nice. Okay, so that's one way of cutting the sides. And then, you know, you could do the edges too. The edges. Well, let's do it. Let's do the edges so you know you can do it, right? Be a little careful when you do this, because, you know, it's a little more tricky. That looks pretty good. And do the other side. Get as close as you can to the line, but don't get too close. Do a rough cut. Make sure it gets down to it first. And then go a little slower. Okay, there you go. So there you go. I did the whole deck out of the Dremel tool. So remember what you need a really rough steel tool. It's like a carbide steel. I don't know, I think they use it for like carving wood, like those big pieces of wood logs, you know, how they carve bears and totem poles. I think that's what they use this for. And then you need a nice little a little drum sander to smooth it out a little bit, okay? And then to make the edges all nice and straight, like I said, you get these little sanding blocks, which are awesome. You look how straight that is. I mean, that's pretty straight. And what happens is you just go back and forth. That's it. And you're done. And then you do it nicer, and then you just get some sandpaper, some regular sandpaper, and just do it with your hands. Oh, you know what else I wanted to try? This is my sanding sticks. Sanding sticks too. I mean, okay, we'll try sanding sticks later on the fish. Okay, So that's the Dremel. That's the Dremel way. Now let's do over here. Let's see. Pick you up. Here. Okay. This is the other way. This is a little Craftsman sanding machine. It's got a belt sander on top and a disc sander on the side. Okay. This is a nice piece of machinery to have if you're making decks. Okay. This makes your life a whole lot easier. Okay. So we're gonna do one. Let's do a big one. Just remember your lines and stuff, and this guy should do fine. Okay. All right. Ready? Let's rock and roll. So it's kind of loud, so you're not going to hear me. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I have to do. Oh, wait. Let's go ahead and put our nose on so I can draw that too. So like I said, you take your template. Now, if you have a deck you like already that has a pattern, you can take your deck and lay it on top and use it as a template too. You don't have to always use these. And later on I'm going to show you guys how to make the fish, but not in this. I think I'll just make regular ones for you guys so we can do it fast. Okay. Now there's a lot of extra on here. Now what I would do is I'd go to the bandsaw and cut that out, but since I'm going to show you if this is all you have, you can do it this way too. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Oh, gotta plug it in. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to use probably the disc sander, and I'll use the top one too, okay, to get my shapes out. Okay, here we go.